So what makes our search engine optimization work valuable for any company? Not just for us, but really for anybody that's out there. What's the most important ingredient to a successful SEO campaign? There's a lot of stuff that's out there. People talk about content, they talk about links, they talk about UX, which is a fancy couple letters for us in the industry that stand for user experience. We think to ourselves we're really cool for labeling it UX. So what's the most important ingredient? You have all of these different, because really search engine optimization is like a recipe. You don't just do one thing and like poof, I got SEO. Like all of a sudden it's working now. Like I just do one thing here and that's pretty much it. It's not like that. There's a bunch of different ingredients to the mix. It's a recipe. You stir it all together, and if you know what you're doing, through trial and error, usually through experience, because most of us, that have been doing this for a long time, like I've been doing search engine optimization and custom wave since 2006. Most of us know through mostly trial and error in terms of what works and what doesn't, because somebody could say whatever they want, but through experience you're going to know, like, okay, hey, this works, and hey, that doesn't work. So you have a bunch of ingredients, you have a bunch of stuff that you do. Some stuff moves the needle more than others, but by far, and this doesn't get talked about in the industry as much, so I hope that this is able to help anybody out that's watching it. The most important ingredient with search engine optimization is ideas. It is creativity. That's the most important part. Content by far, that's the most important part. Content is the vast majority of what we do search engine optimization wise at Custom Wave. So you come up with content, but what content? Anybody can come up with some bland blah vanilla content in terms of like, hey, I'm going to put content on a website, but what type of content? What type of keyword combinations are you targeting? Those are the things to really look at, because your campaigns. I see it all the time. Like companies make a good attempt. I'll see a website here and there. They'll have a blog section, or they'll have a bunch of pages on their website. There'll be some content in there, but the type of words that they're using are very broad. They're very general. Not many are very specific, which is what everybody wants. Not just the search engines, but also actual people. So you have a lot of this broad, general, bland content, ideas, and creativity. If you're a business, you got to ask yourself, what customer do I really want? Because there's different types of customers. You have some customers that are really great, where your margins are great. Other customers are a headache. You don't really make too much money out of it. You do it if somebody asks, but you really don't want to. You really got to ask yourself specifically, what types of customers do I really want? And that's the type of content that you really want to focus on through the search engine optimization. Then the more narrow you get, the better. The more specific you get, the better. Not because you're limiting yourself. It's not as if like, you say, hey, I'm going to target, this narrow of a type of customer, and that's it. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to limit myself. You don't limit yourself when you target specific content. You just want to do a lot of it. You want to have diverse content. You want to have lots of diverse, specific, niche content. That's really how you do it. And it's a little bit of hard work coming up with that list. So then you ask, somebody's next question might be, so how do I come up with that list? What do I do to make that list? And that's the hard part. That's one of the reasons why people pay us money, is because it does take brain work in order to come up with these ideas. And it's not just with the types of customers you want either. For companies out there in the transportation business, especially companies that do car service or airport transportation, the geographical destination is just as important, because especially with Uber and Lyft, people are getting more familiar with putting in what their pickup and drop off location is. this shouldn't be too much of a surprise because in working with the car service companies I've been working with, the airport has been a common thing that you would want to target for years and years. It would be not just, car service Los Angeles, it would be car service LAX. It wouldn't be, limo service to, it wouldn't just be limo service New York. People obviously type that in. You also want to do limo service JFK, limo service LaGuardia. You would want to target those two things too. Like it would be a no-brainer. Everybody does it. Well, destinations are now going beyond just the airports. You want to target smaller airports. You want to target, ports where people need transportation to go to cruises. You want to target five-star hotels. You want to target fancy shopping districts. You want to target casinos, target specific popular wineries, sports stadiums, concert venues, arenas. You want to target all of this stuff because people are searching for it. They're searching for transportation here, transportation there. So there's a lot of different stuff for contractors. You might have, if you're a company that manufactures and sells material, you might want to target specific types of material that contractors would search for. Another option is you want to look at all the different types of uses that the material might have. Like maybe you don't sell material, but maybe you do installation, you do service, you do different things like that. You take the material, you don't sell it to customers, but you take it and you do things with it. So what are the different uses? You have the obvious one is the house. You can do not just flooring, but maybe it's cherry oak flooring. Maybe it is a specific type of material like quartz, but not just quartz countertops, but quartz kitchen countertops, bathroom countertops, all of the different rooms. But it's not just for residential in the house. You have all these other industries. Like there's some restaurants that are out there where they'll type in restaurant flooring. They'll look for flooring in an auto repair shop. They'll look for very specific things. Waterproofing is a big deal right now in that industry. So you'll have a lot of people looking for the LVP planks, the luxury vinyl planks. This coming up with these creative ideas is really the secret sauce that makes SEO work right now. Because you could go online, you could do a checklist. Oh, I got to do this and this and this and this for it to work. And maybe you come up with some keywords. You go to your handy keyword tool that you have, whether it's Google's or some other company's software, and you have all these different variations. But I'm telling you, machines have not been able to replicate the human brain yet, and humans are always going to be able to beat the machines in creativity. That's where you can really win, is creatively thinking, what types of customers am I looking to go after? What types of things can I target? And chances are pretty good that there's going to be almost no competition because you're doing something that not many other people are doing. That's what you want to target. That's what you want to go after.